So in Germany, common food that they eat in Germany, they eat a lot of potato salads, like a lot of potato salad, and they eat a lot of breads, and they love their wurst, so the bratwurst, lots of meats. Something that they do in Germany that I love is they make their lunchtime their main meal. And then they have something at the end of the day called Abendbrot. So it's like evening bread that you eat together, where they literally just will bring out fresh breads that you get from the bakery, and they'll have like jams and meats and cheeses and different spreads and things, and then that will be your dinner. They'll often have like a little salad to go with it. Everything is fresh. I mean, you buy the lettuce and you have to wash it off and you have to spin it because there's like little bugs and dirt in it because it's just picked right from the ground. Their dressings are always like homemade. Everything is so fresh. And there's always a dessert to follow. You can count on having dessert with every single meal. Every meal that you're invited to, whether it's lunch, breakfast, or dinner, there will always be a dessert of some kind. And in Switzerland, I would say that probably their two main dishes that they are most proud of is fondue and raclette. So fondue is what we have here, but it's cheese fondue. But they don't eat it like we do. Like oftentimes we'll dip like pretzels or whatever into the cheese, but they just do it with bread chunks. So they'll buy like a huge loaf of bread that's like this big, and then they'll cut it up into squares, and you have little forks that like have colors on them according to like places, and then you eat the cheese and stuff. And the cheeses always have alcohol in them, so make sure you don't get too much alcohol. It's usually cooked out, but I try to avoid it. There's like so many different cheeses. The Swiss are famous for their cheese. Like they are so proud of their cheese, so you will have lots of cheese in that part of the world. But then their raclette is also with cheese. It's like big. So they have like a little, so it's like an oven, and there's like a steel top on top, and then there's like an opening. It's like a little oven, and you can stick each person gets like an individual little like plate thing with a handle, and you layer it, or you put vegetables in it or potatoes in it. Usually it's potatoes, but you can also put vegetables or meat or whatever, and then you put a slab of cheese over it, and you stick it inside this little oven, and it cooks. And then on top, people will often like cook meats, slabs of chicken or bacon or bratwurst or whatever. And then you take it out and scrape it on your thing, and then you put on another piece of cheese and put it in, and they love that, especially during the fall. That's like, it's going to start coming out here in the next month or two because they just love their raclette. Very, very, very cheesy. You can get on the streets. Everyone has their own raclette oven. You'll have it at so many meals. And of course, they love their chocolate. Germans and Swiss are so famous for their chocolate, but especially the Swiss. I mean, you can, at Christmas time, you can buy 125, so how much is it? It's 125 francs for this huge triangular brick of Toblerone chocolate. And people buy it just as a gift and then like send it to their family in another country because they're just so proud of their chocolate, which of course they are. It's so good. The Swiss are famous for a drink called Rivelle, which is like, yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. It's made of like milk sugar or something. To me, it tastes like melted Smarties that we'd have in America. And they just came out with a bunch of new flavors. There's like rhubarb and peach. I didn't drink them very often, but I've heard they're really good. And in Germany, they have a drink called Apfelschorle. It's like sparkling apple juice. It's like fresh squeezed apple juice, and then they add sparkling water to it. They all drink sparkling water there, so you won't get flat water ever. It's always sparkling, which is really weird for us Americans because we don't drink sparkling water in America. As far as snacks go and stuff, you'll always find that the Germans have a little Tupperware full of cut up peppers and apples and carrots all the time, especially in Germany. That's what I noticed. They love their spreads. They love their jams, honey, all that kind of stuff. It's all very fresh. If you're going to Germany, you have to go to a bakery because bakeries are on every corner. It's like churches in America equals bakeries in Germany. And the bakeries are so good. Like the fresh breads, the fresh sandwiches, they're made fresh every morning. And then they have like a dessert section. So just like go and try all the things because it's all just amazing. I ate so many sandwiches when I was in Germany. If you ever have the chance to like eat with a family from Africa, do it because they eat awesome food. So good. I remember there was one family that I ate with. It was an investigator. They're from Eritrea, so it's right next to Ethiopia. And they make like these crepe things. They look like crepes. They're a bit thicker. It's like a pancake crepe. And you like put your plate, you put it on your plate, And then they made like this meat with this spicy red sauce that you put inside of it. And then they gave us like yogurt to balance it out because it was super spicy. And then you take another one of these crepes and you just eat with your hands. You just rip it apart and you kind of like make a ball, and then you eat, and you get so involved in the food, and it's so good. I've never eaten something so good. Of course, try their cheeses. Their cheeses are so good. Lots of cheese and pears.